Consumed 500 hours of self-help content and I'm still broke. Sound familiar? You're not alone. That's exactly why I started the Shorty Logic podcast. We cut through the motivational fluff and have real conversations about accountability, self-improvement, and building better relationships. No perfect life gurus here, just honest discussions that actually challenge your thinking. Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, we're live on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok with thought-provoking conversations that broaden your perspective. Join us for discussions that go beyond surface-level advice and dive into what actually creates lasting change. Because consuming content isn't the same as transforming your life.
What up, everyone? This is Short Logic Podcast. I'm Short Logic here, my co-host, and also I'm gonna let y'all know I am sick as hell, but I'm still gonna roll through with it.
How y'all doing? This is Blessed. I'm not on camera today. I'm looking a little rough myself, a little tired. Been going all day long, and I am wore out. I feel it. It's all good, but we showed up anyway, y'all.
Exactly. And we love that you're here. We love that both of y'all here. Yes, I'm good. I'm doing good today, thankfully. I have a sick child, but thankfully it passed over me. So, I've been able to enjoy my health and I'm thankful for it. So, but I'm glad to be here with y'all.
That's good. That's good. I'm telling you, I'm fucked around, y'all. Nigga fucked around. But anyway, the topic of tonight, we actually have a topic. You know what I'm saying? Well, the importance of saying no and choosing inner peace. So I'm definitely, in that realm of choosing my inner peace and saying hell to the no. So we're gonna go ahead and start with the video so we can go ahead and get into it.
Who masterfully. Sometimes holding boundaries is hardest with people who cross them in sneaky ways. These are the people who are nasty nice. The ones who claim they were just joking or never intended to be hurtful. It's difficult to stand firm against someone who masterfully throws rocks while hiding their hands. You know they talk about you. You feel the jealousy. You see the patterns of indirect jabs, passive-aggressive remarks, and subtle undermining. But they do it with a smile, insisting there was no ill intent, making you feel bad for even wanting to address it. What if they really don't mean it? What if I am overreacting? Well, whether their behavior is intentional or not, it's still happening, and it's still not okay. The key is recognizing that you don't have to engage. You may not always be able to control being around them, but you can control how much access and engagement they have with you. Ask yourself, are you answering calls and texts that should go unanswered? Are you agreeing to things you know you shouldn't? I'll give you a ride. I'll come on the vacation. I can pitch in just a little bit. Are you carrying responsibility or guilt that isn't yours to hold? It's okay to say that's not my responsibility, or I'm sorry you're in that situation, but I can't help. When you take back control over what you engage with, you naturally create distance, even if you're in the same room. Because being particular with engagement is an act of learning that your energy is yours to protect.
So, with that video saying, what's some of your inputs about that? And also, what is some of your personal, so many things you went through to try to put your personal piece to, I can't even get shit out, y'all. Putting your
They meant
I
personal.
that
can tell
shit.
you the
They know
same.
what they was doing. Yeah, they meant that shit. And they knew what they were
Right.
doing. People aren't ignorant to the disrespect that they dish out. A lot of people are dishers, and they have an inability, or just let me they lack the capacity to take what they dish. And
Hmm.
you can definitely. I had a customer yesterday in my booth. She was being bothered by her guardian, because she is disabled to some extent. She was being bothered by her guardian, but she's being manipulated by these people because she's a cash cow for them. And it was just really sad. She was just, he was just asking her to do stuff, and I was like, girl, if you don't like just not respond, because what I do, I'm not a blocker. I will keep you completely unblocked in my phone, life, social media, all of that. You send me a message, because you know how our phones will show, like, it's been read or whatever. I want you to see that I read that shit and didn't respond to it. Do you understand what I'm saying? I choose the shit I do and do not get into, and nothing but life and experience has taught me that. Because I think, I don't know about all of us, but I know I have definitely overgiven and overextended, and reciprocation is everything. People will gladly take, they will gladly watch you spin in circles, just taking on all kinds of responsibilities and helping them cleaning up their messes. But when you take a real good look at the people that are around you, you start to really, or like when you start to choose yourself more, it causes you to take a real good look at those around you. And it's just like, you know what, if I was in this same kind of shit, or any kind of shit, could this person help me? No.
Right.
No. So no, less and less. Look, what they say, less is more. So
Okay.
I'm on the less is more.
Yeah.
What about
I
you, Miss
I
Bless?
definitely I definitely agree with what she's saying, because at the end of the day, I noticed in life that I am one of those people that is a giver. I
Hmm.
go hard. I go hard for my friends. I hate to see anybody without. If I can do it, I would. Then I got to looking at the fact that, well, damn, if I'm in a situation, which one of these people are going to be there for me? Which one of these people are going to care about me and what I got going on? And don't get me wrong, I understand that everybody can't just jump when you need them to jump, or when you feel like you need them to jump because you need, the attention at the moment, or you need someone to talk to at the moment, or you in a bind and you need someone to help you at the moment. Everybody's not built the same. I get that. But for you and go hard for the people in your life, whether it be your family, your friends, whatever the situation is. And then for you to need them, it could be something minor. It could be $10 in your tank. It could be something minor. And
Mm-hmm.
for them to not show up for you when you don't win all in, ass out for them. I'm talking about if you need help on a bill. If I got it, I got you. But I can't get $10 from you if I was to ever need it. And I'm not even a type of friend that's a real needy friend, because I give just as much as I can ever receive. And matter of fact, I probably done gave so much shit that you give me back even a third of what I done gave. But at the same time, I don't throw that in nobody's face. I just would always be like, damn, if I, if I do need you, are you going to be there for me? And I look at stuff like that now, because back in the day, I would just get frustrated and I get mad and be like, damn, why is it I'm going above and beyond, but these people aren't, they couldn't piss on me if something was going wrong in my life. And so I had to learn, you know what? Your life is your life, and you got to figure it out for you, just like I got to figure it out for me. If you want to come and have a conversation with me about whatever you're going through, I'm gonna lend you an ear, but I can no longer lend you my to figure it out, just like I got to figure it out. Because if something's going on with me, I got to figure that shit out, and you're gonna have to do the same thing. And that's just how I feel about it when it comes to trying to be there or go above and beyond for somebody else. And then on top of that, like letting family and friends stay with you. If it makes you uncomfortable, if it takes you out of your element, if it changes your lifestyle in any way that's not beneficial for you, then I'm not going to be able to do it. I'm sorry. If bringing you into my home to help you tears me down, breaks me down, look at myself different, or have me looking at you crazy, then I'd rather you not. It's okay to love people from a distance. Sometimes you got to love people from a distance because sometimes people that depend on you is the same people that's tearing you down. It doesn't
Right.
make any sense how you can absolutely need me, but you're treacherous. Like you're trying to tear me down and you're hating on me at the same time you're needing me. Make that make sense. How can I be your crutch, your safe, and you're my tormentor? It's like it makes no sense. And I'm a crutch because I'm allowing you to do shit that I shouldn't even be allowing you to do. I'm letting you come into my life, change the way I'm living, change the way I'm moving, just to benefit you. And for what reason though? I'm
Right.
your crutch. But you're stepping on me. You're using that crutch to beat me with it when I'm trying to help you. So me helping you is breaking me down. And you're making sure of that. And that's a narcissistic person that's going to sit there and just tear you down. They don't really give a fuck about you. They all about them. They can rearrange your life to benefit them. And it's crazy, but so many of us have people in our lives that are that way, that are so focused on themselves, they don't give a damn about you. And there's nothing worse. Like she said, somebody throwing stones and hiding their hands, them be the worst ones. Them be the ones laying right in your face, talking about you like a dog, probably take it from you, doing all kind of crazy shit behind your back, but in your face at the same time, if that makes sense. Because you thinking, damn, this person couldn't possibly do me like this. The love I got for this person, they couldn't possibly do this to me. And every time you turn your damn back, they just a smiling in your face and turn your ass down right behind your back. And that's crazy and it's sick. And no matter what you do, they look at you like you're the fucking issue. You're the problem. How can you be the problem when everything you're doing, everything you have is because of me, but everything you're doing is just trying to destroy me. But I'm sitting here trying to lift you up. I'm living outside my element to lift you up, and you doing the best you can to turn me down. How does it make sense?
It happens a lot.
Yeah,
It happens a lot. You know
damn
what I'm saying?
person you feed. Yeah, but how can the person that you feed be the same one turn around and bite you? Make
Baby,
it
you
make
bite me
sense.
once and your ass will be hungry. You'll
Yeah,
figure it out. You'll bite me once.
yeah, exactly.
Cause like people like that, like I learned about myself, it's like I can find myself susceptible to narcissistic abuse just because I am overly empathetic. I I'm overly responsible. I'm a highly sensitive person. And it's like, though those are good qualities, you know what I'm saying? It's like those are qualities that the right type of abuser will look for. And I mean, and it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't have to be a man, it doesn't even have to be a friend. That can be, your
Mm-hmm.
mother. That can be,
Mm-hmm.
anybody.
Absolutely.
It's like
Mm-hmm.
it can be a manager, it can be anybody. It's like the right kind of wrong people know what to look for, so that they
Mm-hmm.
they know what to, they know what they can exploit. They know who they can
Mm-hmm.
exploit. But nah, bruh, no. Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. The
But
way
for
this
me,
economy is and how high shit is nowadays, baby. No man, honey, as soon as you get to showing them teeth, I'm out of there. You'll figure it out because people will sit
Mm-hmm.
and watch somebody like myself struggle because they be like, oh, she's strong. She
Mm-hmm.
can handle it. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like,
Mm-hmm.
and like you said, I'm going to piss on you if you on fire. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mm-hmm.
you can't leave me a cup of piss. It's like,
Right.
dang, no, they can't. And then
Mm-hmm.
it's like, let them do something for you and they'll drag your name through the street. Girl, I had to help
Mm-hmm.
her. I had to do this and this and the third. But,
Mm-hmm.
lest we forget, your ass was funky, your house was dirty, your lights was off, you had roaches and shit, and I helped you, but not no more. Mm-mm.
Right.
for me, it's the
No.
Absolutely.
just people in general. Just it's the audacity of feel entitled.
Mm-hmm.
They're entitled to things. And even though you sit here trying to help them, you know what I'm saying? put them on the right path, or but it seems like you helping them is making you fall.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I
so
experienced that in the church before. Real talk, in a church from a pastor and his wife. And I just kept telling her, I was like, yeah, I am exhausted. I was like, I can't do anymore. And then it was like, well, if you want to be in this, you're going to have to be in this, and this. First and foremost, like I work, I'm a single mom. I am working overtime. I have a business. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was all of these things. And she kept throwing, God, it will, the further you like think of yourself as a rubber band, the further the God pulls you back, the foot. No, because y'all riding around in Mercedes Benz after Mercedes Benz and got people in your congregation that can't even eat, literally. So no, you're not gonna use me to death. Fuck you
Yeah.
and him.
yeah,
Yeah, that's how it
my
be.
chest hurt. I'm gonna be laugh. That's
No, I'm serious,
It's
and
true
I,
though. That's how it
hey,
is.
fuck you and him.
because I'm
Yeah.
in. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't try and try, especially when you become a family. You know what I'm saying? I try and try. They're just friends, family, no matter who it is. I try and try. You know what I'm saying? But now I've come into my breaking point. I'm beyond the breaking point, and I'm choosing me and mine,
Mhm.
and choosing myself and choosing my peace because my peace
Mm-hmm.
has been disrupted. The way how I live in my own, within my circle is changed because of situations, and it has to go.
Yeah.
Whether it's friends or family, who it is, doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, if your bills go high, it's in your name. It's on your name. So they, even though they responsible to take care of something while they live with you, and they decide not to, it falls on you. So,
Mm-hmm.
especially having other people live in your home or just trying to help someone, it saying a lot of times the bearer of the weight, technically you taking care of them,
Mm-hmm.
and that's sometimes it's stressful.
Absolutely.
It's stressful.
I know that as my children have gotten older, like I promise y'all, honey, that little rope is getting short. I'm like, no, you are a grown ass man, and you know what I'm saying, like legally and in every sense of the word, like you are a grown ass man. And I read a quote one time. It was like, it never ends, thus it never begins. And it just was like, that dependency never ends, thus your independence never begins, and
Mm-hmm.
I know that it's been hard for me, because I am, it's my children, it's, it is, but I'm like, no, I'm about to be a grandmother, my daughter is expecting. And I had a conversation with her very early on because it was very, unexpected and like, oh my God, but I was like, look, I love you. You know what I'm saying? But, and it's not even a but, and it's because I love you, I'm gonna have to be hard on you. You are gonna have to grow up. You can be a whole mother. You're gonna have to become a woman, very soon.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to cut you off. And I'm not gonna necessarily put you out and all of that, but I like definitely I have scaled back my doing and definitely
Mm-hmm.
put her, on the shelf of accountability. You are gonna have to be accountable for this, and you're gonna have to be accountable for that. My oldest is 21. I'm like, hey, brother. And by the time I was your age, I was doing this, and that. Like, real talk. What's wrong with you? Kids nowadays are something different.
Man, I'm trying
They
to
are
tell
Yes,
something
they are.
different. They are not built like we were. I'm like, honey, I was on the
Mm-mm.
tark everywhere I had to go. Like, now don't get me wrong, because those things, even the tark is different nowadays. It's like there's barely any buses anymore, so you
yeah,
can't always throw that in their faces either.
they've taken a lot of raps away.
Yes,
Uh,
yes, very much
And
so.
it's not
But yeah,
safe like it
sometimes.
used to be either.
uh,
But it's just like sometimes you loving yourself requires you to scale back on other people,
Mm-hmm.
and revert that energy into yourself. I have actively
Yeah.
been practicing that for like the last year, like all of 2024. Like, honey, all of the men and my kids, like, no, let me scale back. Let me scale back.
Hmm?
Let me put all that energy into myself and see where it takes me.
And you said something
Mm-hmm.
about scaling back and stuff like that. And I've been doing that for the last year. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Associates, friends. You know what I'm saying? And now recently, family members. You know what I'm saying? And because I've noticed in the last year, I don't know why I never really paid attention, but now I guess just my mind frame. You know, I've noticed, and I've asked myself, is we only in communication because I'm the one that's reaching out? We
Yeah.
only one in, are we only communicating, or are we only spending time like hanging out? Is I'm the one initiating it? So I've noticed that when people put up they boundaries and choose themselves, they get demonized. They're the worst person on earth. They're the mean
Mm-hmm. You
person.
selfish.
Or you're just really selfish. You're disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
When it's time, when you realize it is time for you to do self healing yourself and
Mm-hmm.
step and put yourself first, and people
Right.
demonize that.
Right.
But you
Because you're
can't
no
worry about
longer
how people
asking how
feel.
high when
Mm-hmm.
somebody tells you to jump.
Yeah,
I don't know if you heard what I said. I'm like, you're no longer asking how high when somebody tells you to jump. And people don't like that. They realize that they're
Mm-hmm.
losing their grip, they're losing control because that is a form of control,
yes,
that people will initiate and utilize over people. And I'm sorry. No, and I'm not sorry. I've stopped saying that a whole lot. I'll be like, babe, I'm not sorry. I like you, but I
right.
love me. And even if it's a matter of love, like I love you, I love me more. Boom. That's it.
I mean
Case
more.
closed.
Yes, I came across I don't know if it's a gospel song, but it's like gospel song. And first time I ever heard, and I don't know if y'all seen it when I posted it with the little reels I posted. I posted it yesterday or day before yesterday, and the song is called "I'm a Black Sheep Turned into Goat." I need everybody to go listen to that. It's a good song, real good song.
Okay.
Especially for people who've been like even the family member, and even in the family when you the black sheep of the family, you know what I'm saying. So it's a real good song. Now I will send it to y'all because it's actually a good song. But yeah, it amazes me how people look at you when you tell them no. When it's so useful for you saying, okay, yeah, I'll do this, I'll do this and do that. But when you back away and just look at it and observe how things are, and you see them their mind frame and how they move is still the same. It's still ghetto minded, short minded, and all these things like that. But then when you try to talk to them about well, this is how you should maybe how to do this and do that, they get offended, and then like I said, it disrupts the home. So now it makes your home, you know, I toxic environment, or just your
For
circle
you to put a
around you.
mirror in front of their face.
Put a
Yeah,
mirror in front
one
of their
thing
face.
people don't like is the mirror. You got to understand that. That's the first problem.
Girl, I'm
Is
Hmm.
that
telling
we are so easy to talk about and judge other people. But
Right.
when we are being and not even being judged, when people put a mirror in front of us and show us, hey, listen, maybe you shouldn't be talking about A, B, and C if you doing D all the way to G. It's like how can you talk about somebody else's home and lifestyle when your shit ain't in order? But we are so quick to do that. We are so
you.
quick to judge other people and tell them what they should be doing in that. When really our shit ain't even our ducks ain't in a row.
Right.
You're right. That is like I'm telling you, because I have been doing that for the last few years. It just really putting, like I've stopped pointing fingers
Hmm.
and I've been putting that mirror up to myself. What is it
Mhm.
about me? What is it that, da da da, just whatever. That's a hard thing to do. But no, people don't like to be called out. People don't like to, be the problem. That, like I said, they always want to, point the finger and oh, it's you, you. No, it's you, boo.
And then
You know.
Yeah.
me, I know I haven't done a lot right, you know what I'm saying, of handling things and stuff like that. But how I'm moving now, what I should been moving in this direction, you know, a lot of family members, and I'm speaking on family members, a lot of friends is going to be mad, and like I still don't understand why other people's success, family member and friends feel like they're so entitled to it. I don't
Hmm.
understand it. I still don't understand it.
That's
Because it's a
just
something for nothing complex. Everybody, those types of people want something for nothing. They want everything for nothing. That's that
hmm
entitlement you were just talking about, you know.
hmm
And
But
because you're
mm-mm.
family doesn't mean just because you're family doesn't mean you're entitled for me to do something for you.
hmm
Facts.
And a lot of people get that misconstrued.
Yeah, they do.
Because I read the Little Red Hen. I don't know about y'all. Did y'all read the Little Red Hen growing up?
Yeah.
I don't
Little
believe
Red
so.
Hen was a giver and a giver and a giver and a giver. And then just one day, Little Red Hen said, "Hell no." She said, "Fuck y'all, because you ain't do shit.
Yeah.
I did this." You know what I'm saying? It's like, and I can't remember. It's like, grind while it's something that I posted years ago. It was like, grind while they're asleep, and you know what I'm saying, all of this and the third. And it's like, and the difference will show. And it does, because not all of us are willing to get out and grind. Not all of us are willing to get out and risk it all, to grow and to propel ourselves into a whole other trajectory, and it's like, of course, there's no limit to people that want to ride the coattails of, the successful and the famous and, this, that, and the third. It's just like, but you don't deserve this like I do. Cause, honey, I had all the sleepless nights. I, went into my savings or, just whatever. Like I
Right.
spent all this money to get here and I did this and I did that. Like, and if you want to play your fair part and, do your fair share, come on. You know what I'm saying? We can all be in this together, but no, sir.
Always say
No,
just
sir.
when you're making anybody, and Shorty, I've said this to you as well. When you are coming up, when you are going and you enjoying your life and you getting something new, and I know you proud of anything you got new, you don't work hard for it, you done, you feeling accomplished, maybe even motivated that you've done something
Mhm.
great, and you want to show people, you feel like, oh God, I wanted this, I wanted that. Sometimes you got to sit back and just, you don't have to talk about it, you don't have to show it off. It's going to speak for itself, because at the end
I
of the
was getting
day,
right back.
when you put stuff out there for people to, they looking for a reason, they looking for a reason to come for you. So I always say, be quiet, move in silence. What you need to
Mhm.
do is sit
Mm-hmm.
back and let a motherfucker watch. You don't have to always put it out there and like, hey, look what I got. No, 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 no. You don't have to do that. Sit back, and I'm telling you, eventually they gonna see it anyway. And then they're gonna be like, oh damn, when did they get, they're gonna do that anyway. But when you go out there and you show what you got and you put it out there in the atmosphere, guess what? They can't wait. They've been looking for a reason. And then if you these haters don't know why I got this, because you was having a good moment. You was having a proud moment. You was out there and you was showing, and they looking at it like you flexing. Oh, he's flexing. He's this, he's that. And now we got to tear it down. And don't get me wrong, you should be able to be proud and be happy of what you got. But I had to learn the hard way. Sometimes you just got to sit back and let a motherfucker watch. That's it. I
Mm-hmm.
don't have to. It's your life is going to speak for itself. And when you coming up, it's going to speak for itself. You don't
And
you
then,
don't have to put it out there.
and I mean, I see what you come from, because and actually, and it's funny. And that's people like, what last year is when I know music. Music is what I love. I love fucking music. You know what I'm saying? My grandfather was a DJ and all that. And when I decided to jump into it, people thought I was going to fail in it. And
Mhm.
I done had quite a few. I done quite a few weddings, quite a few. I got some coming up in the next couple months, and it's like people really thought I was gonna fail in it. And then the crazy part about it is, I actually have DJs that's who been doing it for 20 years in different clubs asking me to do their set in the club, but I don't want to do the club scene. But it's crazy. And then I like this whole my podcast. People thought that was going to fail. People thought we were going to do nothing with it. But look where we are today. And I get a
But you
lot
know
of.
what? You can't worry about the naysayers. You can't
Oh,
worry
I
about the
don't.
naysayers. You just got to keep grinding and keep pushing and do what you feel like you need to do for you because only what I feel like what God has for you, no one can take from you. And that's just how I feel. If it's supposed to be for you, then it's going to be for you.
Yeah.
Just keep grinding at it, keep working at it, just keep giving it your all. That's all you
Cause
can do.
I ain't even gonna lie. I'm gonna tell you something. What? Was it last year? Because I was at the hospital. At my last day at the hospital was July of last year, and I've been fully working for myself ever since. When I'm telling you, and I'm no stranger for working for someone and none of that, but I'm telling you like it is. All these things I got going on, bro, I don't want to work for nobody no more. If I can help
Didn't nobody do.
it, if I can help it, I don't want to work for
Hmm.
nobody no more. And but
I love working for myself. I do. I will work for. I mean, don't get me wrong, because I do still have a job, but I cannot. My spirit just can't put forth the same joy and excitement and pleasure that I get from working for myself. I'm
yeah,
talking about I will go all day long. You know what I'm saying? If I'm working for myself, I will be on my feet
mm-hmm.
all day. I will be hungry all day. Like, you know what I'm saying? But there's just something that is so fulfilling about this is money I made for myself.
You know
You
what
know
I'm
what I'm
saying?
saying? This
Hmm.
is what I'm doing for
I
myself.
like a 1099 work. You know what I'm saying?
And like you were saying, Bless, like in terms of moving in silence, I'm talking, I guess that's one big thing that I put forth too is like, and I move in silence until it is time to say checkmate. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Hmm.
because now
You got to.
it's a
And
people be
Lamont,
like, what? And I'm one of them, like, what you say?
tell Lamont can skip.
Alabama is not
Lamont.
her. Ah, okay. Yeah.
But but I'm gonna go into our next video right quick. It's 35 seconds.
I've had to cut people out of my life. It's okay. You weigh me down. I can't carry your load and mine. Family members even. Yeah. Sorry. No is my favorite word. Yeah. No. Mm-hmm. And the relief that I get from saying no, because I know I'm protecting my peace. Mm-hmm. I know I'm doing a good thing because for a while I was the yes girl, the people pleaser. Mm-hmm. And you don't learn that. It's unfortunate. You don't learn it until you get older. I've had to cut people out of
I definitely feel everything she said right there. Cause I always especially when it comes to the family, I always say yes and jump up and do this and do that. Now, hell no. You know, hell no. Especially recently, hell no. Because like I said,
Hmm.
they're so used for you doing stuff. Then when you start doing stuff for yourself, what I'm saying, they look at you funny. And
Hmm.
once again, definitely recently, my peace has been disturbed. So now I'm regrouping. Um,
Hmm.
so no is my favorite word.
And ain't nothing wrong with that.
Mine too.
Hey, Lamont.
How y'all doing?
What's that?
Good, yourself.
Man, I'm tired. I'm tired of being in the mud. Tired of being in the dirt. It's whooped my ass just now, but I'm here.
Lamar, what's your input about choosing saying no and choosing your inner peace?
Shit, I say no all the time. I say no more than I say yes. Having peace, period. It ain't got to be inner peace, just peace. I can say this. When I went through my divorces, hey, especially my first one, man, I tell you what, being able to just not, I learned how to hang up when I was in Korea, and I learned how to disconnect from all of that nonsense. I can say that for sure.
Okay.
It'd be so funny with me with the word no, because honey, I'd be looking up how to say no in all kind of different languages and shit. It'd be so funny. And I'm talking about it go from hell no to no. You know what I'm saying? Like, but no, let me think real quick. No. You know, it's just like no. The older I get,
Mom up.
the more I am
Motherfucker.
grateful for how precious life is. It's like my priorities have shifted. I have no desire to involve myself in conflict and drama, you know what I'm saying, and stress. And instead it's like I've learned to cherish the simple things, you know. I've learned to cherish solitude. I've learned to cherish, you know, just the simple comforts I experience in my own home. You know, quiet. Oh my gosh. Who would have ever thought? You know, I used to get really depressed about that. I'd be like, oh my gosh, like, you know, I'm by myself, or you know, whatever. Honey, shit. Now I'd be like, I get around people and I'd be like, oh Lord, because you realize how demanding it is and how demanding people are. And they always, you know, they
You
won't,
don't have
won't,
to
won't, whether
perform
it's
for
your
somebody.
attention or, you know, just anything. And I just be like, no, I can't. I don't have
Yeah.
time. You know, just what I no, thank you.
And you don't have to perform.
Yes,
Say,
yes, yes, because it is. It's just like a constant song and dance. And it's like, you know, I was talking to somebody about that this weekend too. It was like, you know, like, honey, the flea market is enough for me. People talk to me all day long. It's like, you know, I sometimes have to cut people short. And it's like, and I don't always do that, but I mean, it's like I have a personality that whereby like people just I mean just random strangers just walk up to me and will unload their life stories onto me, and it's like I have to pick and choose, you know, that, you know, it's like I won't entertain everybody. Because some people it's like, you know, I don't know, it's just I don't know, you just get a feeling for people. And it's like your spirit ain't right or some you know, you lying or something. Like I don't know what it is, but yeah, no, I've cut myself off from a whole lot of that. And I promise you, I'm sorry, I don't have time right now, you know.
and here's the thing, you know what I'm saying? When you work, at the flea market, and when I was working at round one when it was at Jefferson Mall, I was a mechanic there. And a lot of people come to me, older people, when I'm working on machines and stuff, they'll tell me what's going on. And then in the life stuff, sometimes you gotta tell them where I gotta get this done because some
Yeah.
other people drama, other people, things that's going on with them is draining you.
Yes. Yes.
Hmm.
It's very
People
draining you.
be energy vampires and energy.
Yes.
So I really believe in that now. Like I don't let everybody touch me. I don't want everybody to touch me. It's like people just be energy sappers and energy vampires. And it's like, no, the shit is exhausting to me. It wears me out. You know, when you come around, it's like, think of how long me and you sit there and talk. And it's just like now multiply that times, you know, 5, 6, 7, 10 people, you know. I'm talking, I'll be exhausted. I've left there sometimes and it's like my throat is tired, my voice is tired, you know, and it's like when I get home, there's nothing left for me to give. You know, I'm tired, I'm wore out just from people. But no, I feel the mind on that, honey. That's become my most favorite. Where I was like, no, 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 hell no. I love it.
Okay, okay. Yeah, just like I said, once again, I say no. I'm just I'm learning some things. Learning more things about me, and learning about my patience with people, with family. Anyway, is I'll have no more patience with that. I have no
Facts.
patience with that. So like I said, it's draining, and then what I'm saying, it to me it's mentally draining, and then also make me physically draining. Then I have no engine for my child, and and it shouldn't be that way. So the end of the day is you have to choose. You have to choose yourself. Like saying there's times in your life that you have to be selfish. It is okay to be selfish sometimes, no matter all the time, but sometimes it is to be selfish, especially when it's things that's going on that it requires for you to be selfish and choose you for a change.
Facts.
Mm. We gonna go and get
Yeah.
to the last video, y'all. And I am struggling, y'all. They got to excuse me. I'm telling them I'm going to Elizabeth very soon.
Crazy.
To help them to empower themselves to care for themselves through boundaries, saying no, and being okay with not pleasing others. Black women often they need to learn this because they are constantly taught taking care of others, sacrificing yourself and your own well-being is part of the process. But that's not real. You have tried everything for everyone else, hoping it will bring some level of validation and peace. Because without those boundaries, you yourself are losing kind of contact with who you fully are and seeing yourself in the roles and the masks that you may wear. But without boundaries, this leaves you feeling exhausted, overwhelmed, undervalued, and disconnected from your actual true needs and self. Set those boundaries. Healthy boundaries are key to lasting healing. So learn how to set the boundaries and live okay and free in them to help them to empower themselves to care for.
So, ladies, I want to hear from y'all. Let's hear from Ms. Bless. Let me hear from you first about this. What everything was just said, because it's more. What's more for y'all?
I definitely agree that we all got to have boundaries. We all got to set our own rules. We all got to have our own expectations on what we're willing to do and what we're not willing to do, how far we're willing to take it. And ultimately, how far you going to let somebody take you? Because at the end of the day, I'm only going to give you so much. That's all I got. I'm only going to give you so much. And the way I made my boundaries are very, very minimal because I don't really have a gray area. And everybody who knows me know that. I'm either like really up or really down. So with that being said, it's like I'm only going to allow you to push me so far. I'm only going to play with you for so long. I feel like, hey, Michelle, I got zero tolerance and zero. So with that being said, yeah, my boundaries are real. I don't want you playing in my face. I don't want you lying to me, talking crazy to me. It's a lot of things I'm just not going to accept. So I've had to learn to be more, I guess, more relaxed. I would have to
Mm.
say about myself because I be on go all the time, and I had to learn not to be that way. So when it comes to me and boundaries, I'm a little different because I have. Mm, I don't know how would I describe me. I guess it's all about what you catch, what mode you catch me in. So if I'm laid back and I'm in a chill mode, then I would have to say my boundaries is more or less like if I'm smiling and if I'm chilling, keep me that way. Because if you start playing in my face, talking crazy or doing some silly shit, I'm gonna be on go. But then you have some moments where I'll be like, man, fuck that. I don't care what you're talking about. My boundaries is just walk away. I don't even care. I'm gonna have none. I don't
Right.
even know how to describe me. I don't know if it's the Taurus in me. I don't know what it is. But I feel like I give so much. I try to help people. I try to be there for people. I try to, even if it's not mm, financial, it's like just talk to you, just to be there, just to be that lending ear. I try to, you know, be that type of person. But when it comes to you playing with me, you talking crazy, you lying on me, you doing a whole bunch of slick, weird shit, I'm gonna cut you clean the fuck off.
I feel you.
Mm. Yes,
Mm.
I'm different. That's all I
Mm.
can say. I'm different. And then I can know you for years. I'm talking about we could be cool for years. I promise you for everything that's holy. If you play with me in my face, I will act like I never met you. You will not be shit to me. And I turn it on and turn it off just like that. I don't know how I do it. Some people can be like, oh, I've been friends with you for years. We've been family and now we blood. And I'm gonna tell you right now, play with me. and I'll act like you ain't shit. I'll forget about you. So my boundaries are very limited. Will not accept. That's all I got.
What you got, Miss ND? No.
Well, like, I absolutely agree with what the lady was saying, because Black women as girls, I mean, from very early on, we are taught to be givers. We're supposed to
Mm-hmm.
give everything. We're supposed to be nice, and then we are simultaneously taught to be takers. We are
Mm-hmm.
taught that we got to take everybody's shit. We got to take this. We got to take that, and just be quiet and smile and go on about our days. Because why? We'll be seen as having an attitude. We'll be seen as, having it, being nasty, and, just whatever else. And it's not fair. You know what I'm saying? And it hurts. That's why it hurts simultaneously when we have to set those boundaries, when we have to cut people off, and not even just set them, but we have to actively enforce them. It hurts at
Mm-hmm.
first, until what, it's like what they say, practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfection, honey. You keep doing something over and over and over, it's like it becomes easier the more you say no. I know it was hard for me. Like I said, now I'm to the point, like I said, honey, I'll be saying it in different languages and shit. I'll be like, hey, no, no. But I know, like, societally, that does have a bearing, on us as Black women, or as Black girls, how we're raised, because we don't want to be seen as, we're already seen as aggressive and
Mm-hmm.
confrontational, and this, that, and the third. And I think that we become those things, like I said, those givers, and simultaneously those takers, because we want to fight that perspective, or that, I can't think of the word that I'm trying to say, but it's like we want to fight that stereotype. That's what I'm trying to say, the stereotype. We don't want to be seen as that. We want to be seen as, like, even in the workplace, my God, we can very rarely be ourselves, because why? We have an attitude, we're hard to work with, or whatever. So it's like, okay, well, I'll take this. I'll let you talk to me crazy. I'll take it as a joke. No,
Mm-mm.
mm-mm.
I ain't going.
Set them boundaries. Yeah, like you said,
I
Miss
ain't
Bless,
going.
like, yeah, it ain't going, honey, because what you said,
Mm-mm.
you find something safe to do, and you find something to play with, because
Mm-hmm.
it ain't me. I'll tell a motherfucker
I
in a
say that
minute,
all the
honey,
time.
you better go cop you a Milton and Bradley. Baby, they make board games rated E for everyone. Do you hear me? Go find you something safe to do, and something safe to play with, because I'm not one
This
that you
ain't
want to
that.
play with.
Yep, I've been
Yeah,
out
Part.
here to
right.
work. I
Yeah.
promise to God, and it's not all about the Black girl figure. They are so quick to. I don't had a. I'm gonna tell you. I don't had a girl at work, white girl, for whatever. When I came new to a clinic, because I used to work at the pain clinic here at home, here where I am in Raleigh, and now I work in a different clinic. It's like a wound clinic, a ID clinic. And with that being said, the girl, white girl, just cause she has a black child, mixed child, whatever the hell it is, she wanna
Oh
keep
Lord.
with
They
that.
got a
Yeah.
black
And so
man.
Oh
for
shit.
and there you have it. So with that being said, I don't know on what green earth, what part of the earth, she felt like, oh, well, since she came he was hanging with the one other black chick that was in the office or whatever. I guess they was real cool at work, work cool or whatever. And then when I came along, the girl kind of basically was, was real cool with me, the black girl. And I'm guess she felt like I took her black friend away. So since the girl was vibing with me more, the white girl just got to doing some weird shit. Like I got frustrated one time when something had went down at work. And the girl came up to me, the white girl, and asked me, "Hey, what's going on?" I'm like, "I'm just frustrated for the situation. It is what it is. Everything's gonna be cool." Well, and she done took and ran to the manager of the office talking about, yeah, she was up front and she was upset and it was pain and she was
Mhm.
being loud. Excuse me? I was
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, no, we're not going to do that. Cause see, now I'm gonna go ahead and introduce you to me. The real
Mhm.
me, not the work me, because you got to work you and you got the real you. Me, when I say that, I have certain things at work where I'll be like, you know what? I got to still pay my bills. So I'm not going to sit here and let this get to me. That's the me she met at first. Then she tried to play with me. There was that boundary. So then I had to let it be known. Excuse me. I'm going to introduce you to me. Now I'm at work and I'm being professional. That that's how I am at all times. Let me introduce you to me. So with that being said, I had to go all the way to the left at work. Then she had the nerve to try to call me out. We had a situation that was already taken care of amongst myself, the director, the manager, everybody. We had two managers, a director, and everybody else in the department. We done took care of the issue. She waits till she gets to a actual. We on a Zoom call. We in a meeting. She decides she's going to bring up the same events that were already taken care of in the Zoom. Everybody. I guess she was testing my gangster to think, oh, would she say something in this meeting with all the directors and everybody in it? Man, I told that bitch, hey, excuse me, run that back. Got hood in the motherfucker right there in the Zoom call in front of everybody. I'm sorry. I need y'all. I was checking in somebody. I came back. I told the manager, I said, excuse me, I'm so sorry. What was she saying just now? I need you to run it back. And I said it just like that. But I know they was like, they looked back at the little thing at the Zoom call, like, did she just say run it back? I said what I said. What did she just say? And boy, when they repeated what she said, oh, she was just saying that she feels like, I don't care what she feels running her mouth about me, she best make sure all her ducks is in a row. You can't throw stones when you living in a glass house. Now you better run that back. Boy, when I tell you everybody in that room got quiet in that Zoom call, I didn't give a fuck. You're not gonna play with me in my face. And I don't give a fuck.
I'm trying to tell you.
That's how
I'm trying
I
to tell
get
you.
real ignorance. So when I'm like, you know
Mm-hmm.
what? And then the worst part about it was she did not understand about me is there's nothing that you can ever go and tell on me about because I'm that type of person. If I said it or I did it, I'm going to tell on myself. So when it happened, it was a director and two managers in that room when we were doing that Zoom call. Because a couple of us, we were all in the office, but the office is so big and has different rooms that the front desk is where I was sitting at. They were back in the break room, about five of them in the break room, and a couple other ones in offices. So when we're all on this Zoom call, I guess she thought, well, it's about 9 people in here. I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, and she ain't gonna say shit. I'll let her ass have it so bad. When we got done with that Zoom call, they was walking up front like, what the hell happened? Don't worry about it. She know what happened. And I bet she won't play with me again. So with that being said, quit playing with people because I am going to be your huckleberry. I want all the smoke. And I don't give a fuck about how they feel about the black girl this versus the black girl that. You play with this
Mm-hmm.
black girl, I'm gonna give you
I
everything you're
promise you.
looking for.
I
And I'm
promise
gonna give
you.
it to
That
you where you
happened to
did it at.
me.
You do it in a meeting, I got you.
Happened.
Oh
It
shit.
happened to me once before. I'm telling you, we were. It was a
Mm.
floor call, like a floor wide kind of
Mhm.
conference call type thing. And honey, my lead got on there. She's a black chick. My lead got
Mhm.
on there because my thing is don't lie on me. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Please don't lie on me. Like, and she did. She decided she was gonna get on there and lie about some. Excuse me. I'm talking about I because like I'm like you in that regard. Like I don't. That's why I be like, please don't fuck with me because I'm not afraid of you. I'm
Mhm.
not afraid. It's like I lose all sense and sensibility, and I gives no fucks.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
I've learned to, and I'm something. It was like my manager was in the call, like Maya, no, no, disconnect. No, no, because it was okay. You know what I'm saying? Like it was okay for her to disrespect me in that way.
Absolutely.
Oh no, absolutely not. And I'm gonna let
Yeah.
you know. But
Mhm.
I mean, it's just funny. Like if people will try you seriously, but it is
Mhm.
funny with white girls
Mhm.
that date black men, honey, because they assume a
Think
certain
Mm.
they
level,
shit.
they try to assume a certain level of familiarity with black women, and it's like, no,
Mhm.
sweetheart, mm-mm.
You
And
wanna
don't come for me just because you think I'm light. Oh, well, she must be mixed. No, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, baby, I am who I am. I is who I is. You ain't no safer with me than you are with the next motherfucker.
that
Yeah,
You
I'm
see what
part
trying
I'm
to
right
tell
saying?
now?
you.
I just
I'm
say
gonna let
clear,
you have it.
let people be who are, and I'm telling the people out there, telling myself to choose your peace over drama.
Yeah,
Choose
absolutely. But at
yourself,
the same time, choose your battles and learn who to play with and learn who
and
not to
that
play with.
part,
Exactly.
choose your battle. And
And that's all it
we
is.
had
But you know what, Shorty, that is us choosing our peace. You see what
right,
I'm saying? Versus, some like expressing ourselves in those moments. You see what
right.
I'm saying? That is a form of choosing your peace. Even if like before that peace, comes chaos or there's like an eruption or something. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? It's like, that steam, what they say, pressure burst pipes. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But in
It
the
sure
end, that
do.
pipe, that all that is relieved. It's like, whoo, you know what I'm saying? And a motherfucker know because a standard is established. You know what I'm saying? And you
Mm-hmm.
might lose, and it
Mm-hmm.
can go either way. You might end up losing, but guess what? I spoke up for myself, and that's another thing too.
That's
Like
right.
I've learned to love my anger because I know that that is the part of me that loves me the most. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's
Yeah.
not getting ready to sit up and let somebody play with me just because, well, I don't want to cause ripples and I don't want to
Mm-hmm.
cause waves and shit like that. No, fuck that. I will
That's
move
why
furniture and clear this room. Do you hear
I'm
me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm throwing boulders in the water. Fuck that.
You hear me?
I'm throwing boulders
Okay.
in the water. But we definitely can't. Hey, this actually went longer than how. Yeah. So we come to a good point. Hey, I tell you, I'm sick as hell, y'all. But I would say choose your peace. Put the people out of your life that doesn't bring positivity or
Mhm.
and people who are not trying to elevate themselves. And ladies
Mm-hmm.
out there, if you're out there, especially our followers and stuff like that, please bring in your topics you like to. We would like to hear more from you all. With that being said, the Short Lights podcast, we read to a great point. We out of here.
Yeah, have a good night.